Today, we begin an unforgettable journey through China. It's a land of contrasts, where ancient temples stand beside futuristic skyscrapers, and where traditions thousands of years old still guide modern life. The capital city is Beijing, a place where history feels alive. From the Forbidden City to Tiananmen Square, Beijing is both the political heart and a cultural treasure chest. But Beijing is not China's only star. Shanghai, with its dazzling skyline along the Huangpu River, represents the modern face of China. Fast, innovative, and full of energy. Xi'an, once the starting point of the Silk Road, still protects the famous terracotta warriors, silent stone soldiers guarding the tomb of China's first emperor. Chengdu is known as the hometown of the giant panda, where bamboo forests and conservation centers protect this gentle symbol of China. And then there's Hong Kong, a vibrant city that blends East and West, tradition and modernity, in ways unlike anywhere else in the world. The history of China stretches back more than 5,000 years, making it one of the oldest continuous civilizations on Earth. Dynasties rose and fell, each leaving behind legacies of philosophy, art, inventions, and architecture. The philosophies of Confucius taught values of respect, harmony, and family that continue to shape society today. The Han Dynasty expanded China's borders and gave the world paper, silk, and trade through the Silk Road. The Tang Dynasty is remembered as a golden age of art and poetry, while the Ming Dynasty built magnificent palaces and strengthened the Great Wall. What makes Chinese history so fascinating is that it's not just stories of emperors and palaces. It's the story of how people across centuries lived in harmony with the land, created new ideas, and carried traditions that still endure. One of China's greatest achievements is, of course, the Great Wall of China. Construction of the earliest walls began as early as the 7th century BC, when smaller kingdoms built defenses against invading nomadic tribes. But it was during the reign of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China in the 3rd century BC, that these walls were connected and expanded into a massive defense system. The wall was not built all at once. Over centuries, different dynasties, especially the Ming Dynasty, strengthened and extended it, using stone, brick, and earth. The purpose was simple yet monumental: to protect China from invasions from the north, particularly from nomadic groups like the Mongols. Stretching over 13,000 miles, the Great Wall is not just a wall but a network of fortifications, watchtowers, and passes. It symbolizes the strength, determination, and vision of a civilization that understood the value of unity and protection. Walking along it today is like stepping into a time machine, where every stone tells a story of struggle, perseverance, and hope. China's geography is as diverse as its culture. In the west, you'll find the mighty Himalayas, where Mount Everest, the world's tallest peak, sits on the border between China and Nepal. One of the most famous natural wonders is the Yellow Mountains, or Huangshan, known for their jagged granite peaks, ancient pine trees, and seas of mist that inspired countless Chinese paintings and poems. The landscapes of China are endless. Deserts like the Gobi, rivers like the Yangtze and the Yellow River, vast grasslands in Inner Mongolia, and tropical forests in the south. Every corner of China tells a different story. China is so vast that the weather changes dramatically from region to region. Winters in the north can be freezing, while summers in the south are hot and humid. The best time to visit most of China is during spring, from April to May, and autumn, from September to October, when the weather is mild and pleasant. Spring fills the countryside with blossoms, while autumn paints the mountains and forests in shades of gold and red. If you're planning to explore the snowy landscapes of Harbin, or the icy peaks of Tibet, winter has its own magic too. Chinese culture is one of the richest in the world, blending philosophy, spirituality, and art. Respect for elders, family unity, and harmony with nature are central values. Festivals bring communities together in colorful celebration. The Chinese New Year, also called the Spring Festival, is the biggest event of the year. Families gather, fireworks light up the sky, and red lanterns decorate homes to bring good luck. The Mid-Autumn Festival, with its mooncakes and glowing lanterns, celebrates family unity and gratitude. Chinese art, calligraphy, and music are expressions of balance and beauty. Martial arts like Kung Fu and Tai Chi are not just about fighting, they are about discipline, health, and spiritual growth. Tea culture is another treasure. with every region having its own unique brews and traditions. Food in China is as diverse as the country itself. Each region has its own specialties, making Chinese cuisine one of the most varied and beloved in the world. In the north you'll find hearty noodles and dumplings, while in the south, rice dishes dominate. Sichuan cuisine is famous for its bold, spicy flavors, with dishes like mapo tofu and hot pot that tingle your taste buds. Cantonese cuisine, known worldwide, brings dim sum, sweet and sour flavors, and delicate soups. Food is not just nourishment in China, it's connection. Meals are shared with family and friends. China is full of destinations that will leave you in awe. In Beijing, the Forbidden City, once home to emperors, showcases golden roofs and grand halls. In Xi'an, the terracotta army silently stands guard, each soldier uniquely crafted. In Guilin, the Li River winds through karst mountains so beautiful they seem painted by an artist. In Tibet, the Potala Palace rises majestically above Lhasa, a symbol of spiritual devotion. The modern cities are just as captivating. Shanghai dazzles with futuristic towers and a skyline that glitters at night. Hong Kong buzzes with life, blending East and West in its culture, food and architecture. And for those seeking peace, the small villages of Yunnan province, with their wooden houses and tranquil landscapes, are like stepping back in time. As our journey through China comes to an end, I hope you felt its magic. The Great Wall stretching across the mountains, the sacred temples and vibrant cities, the food and traditions, and the landscapes that capture the imagination. China is more than a destination. It's an experience of history, spirit, and possibility. If this journey inspired you, don't let the adventure stop here. On my channel, we've explored other incredible countries. Click on the next video waiting for you, and let's keep traveling together. Because the world is wide, full of stories, and every journey brings us closer to understanding ourselves and the beauty of life. Thank you for joining me in China. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep discovering.